We were all bad at Fortnite at one point or another. Nobody came into the game brand new being an expert. Heck, some of you may still be bad right now. I feel like I'm bad a lot of the times, but that's not to say you will always be bad. Part of getting better at any video game is figuring out what your bad habits are and fixing them. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to narrow down some of those bad habits that you may have in Fortnite so you can preemptively fix them. What is up, guys? Jimmy or Chaos. Welcome to Chaos Top 10s. And today, we're going to go over 10 of the dumbest decisions that you can make in Fortnite Battle Royale. And if you have a decision you think should be on this list, you let me know in the comment section. Be sure to enter the monthly $200 Amazon gift card here on the channel. It's really easy to enter. All you have to do is like the video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and turn on your notifications for a chance to win. Leave a comment why you want it with your Twitter handle, and I will pick the winner at the end of the month. Good luck. Starting it off at number 10 today, pushing someone when you're not ready or comfortable. And this is one I think just about everybody is guilty of in every multiplayer game ever. Pushing people and playing aggressive is super fun in most games, and it makes you feel like a total warrior when it goes your way. However, you need to be prepared for when it doesn't go your way, and this is where the noob habits come in. If you're really going to get good at Fortnite, you need to be able to recognize when you're ready to push someone. For example, if you've got a shotgun, tons of ammo, and plenty of materials and heals, you could probably push someone easily. But if you don't have any guns you're comfortable with, or if the other player is totally onto you, you probably shouldn't be pushing them. It's probably a better call to just wait for them to make the first move while you stay situated and comfortable with the weapons that you have. At number 9, this kind of goes with pushing, taking the build fight when you're not ready. It fits into the same category as the last one, but it's a little more specific. Just like pushing people, getting into build fights is super exciting, and you feel like an ultimate warrior when you trump someone after building like a madman in order to keep up with them. But a build fight can quickly go south if you don't have enough resources to cover the whole thing. If you're going to get into a build fight, you need to have plenty of mats to get you through it. Otherwise, you're just going to run out in the middle of the battle and find yourself in a world of pain. If someone starts pushing you and building quickly and you don't have a lot of resources, try fortifying your current spot instead of engaging them in a massive build fight, and try to bait them to come to you. Put it on your terms, but if you don't have enough mats to spare, do not get yourself into a build fight. It's probably not going to go well. At number 8, landing in a populated building in an opening brawl. I know I say a lot of that with the new players. They need to land in populated areas in order to master the mechanics of the game, and that's true. But there's a fine line between landing in a populated area for a weapon and landing in a populated building for a weapon. When you first drop into somewhere with buildings like Tilted or Pleasant and you see that someone already ran into the building you were going to go into, don't follow them in and hope that they missed a shotgun. Instead, look for an alternate landing spot where no one has dropped yet. Don't be so committed to your landing spot that you end up getting a pump straight to the face. Now, I will say, if somebody lands on a roof and you have that split-second decision you have to change, you could still go in the front door and hope you get something, and then go out the back door, back out the front door. But make it quick, because if you don't get a gun and they do, you're probably going to be back at the loading screen. At number 7, jumping away from structures. This one is a pretty specific situation, so let me elaborate a little bit. You know how when you're sliding down a mountain, you want to build floors down the side of it so you don't take fall damage, right? Or how when you're scaling someone else's tower, you build ramps up the side of it so you can get up and down easily. Now think back to all the times that you've been falling and you don't have something to build ramps or floors on to break your fall. One of the main rules of building in Fortnite is that you need something to build on in order to actually build. And yet, I always see newer players in situations where they're 100% going to take fall damage, and they keep desperately trying to build something to break their fall, but there are no walls around them to attach the floor or ramp to. You have to have something to attach your structures to. If you're going to go for a long drop, you need to make sure there is some kind of wall or structure next to you so you can break your fall if necessary, or you're going to end up eating a ton of damage and probably be back at the loading screen again. At number 6, going for the trick shot. Trick shots are hype as hell. I'm not going to deny that, okay? But there's a reason why you almost always see people hitting trick shots on default skins in mobile players. If you're down to the final 2 and you're going to go for a trick shot, you better 100% be sure that that last enemy is awful and won't be able to punish you for it. There is nothing worse in Fortnite than watching someone go for an epic trick shot, miss it, and then end up losing the game because they killed themselves with fall damage or the other person killed them in response. I'm not saying never go for those glorious victory royale shots. I'm saying you need to be very selective of who you try to humiliate with that trick shot, because more often than not, You may miss it and wish you had just gone for a straightforward kill, chalked it up, got your victory royale, and moved on to the next match. At number 5, very, very important here, not taking heals. Now, if you don't have healing items of some kind in your inventory, I mean, what are you doing, honestly? I know everyone has their own playstyles and methods of going for a win, but if you don't carry heals of any kind with you, you need to completely reevaluate your playstyle. I don't care who you are. If you don't have heals with you, you are going to wish you did, be it some minis, a slurp, or even just a couple bandages. You should always have some kind of healing item with you when you're playing Fortnite. And if you're not carrying some healing items because you don't want to drop anything in your inventory, you probably need to just work on resource management, because there is no way that you don't have room for heals. Give up that gun that you think you need so desperately. You don't need a minigun. Replace it with a med kit. Heals should always take priority over those grenades or that extra gun when it comes to assigning inventory slots, because there's going to come a point where you get in a battle and you need to duck and cover and heal yourself really quick. At number 4, being too committed to the kill. I know everybody wants to be a hunter in Fortnite, and everybody's probably guilty of this. When playing any Battle Royale game, it's inevitable that you're going to get pinched once in a while. Getting pinched, for those that don't know, means when you have multiple enemies closing in on you from multiple directions. Getting pinched is a pretty lame spot to be in, but it's definitely not impossible to survive it unless you're getting too committed to that kill. I see it all the time, and I do it myself. Someone is fighting off an enemy and they almost get the kill when all of a sudden they start getting shot from behind. But instead of adapting to the person shooting them from behind, they just keep firing at the first enemy to try and lock down the kill. If someone is firing at you, you need to react to that and swap your game plan around, regardless of how close that first enemy is to death. Battle Royale games are one and done, people, and if you get too committed to that one kill while you're getting pinched, you're just going to end up joining the first dude at the loading screen. At number 3, dancing after a kill. People, stop doing this. If you're someone who always dances after getting a kill, you probably know what it's like to get punished for it immediately. The emote system in Fortnite is fun, and it's super satisfying to dance on someone after a hard-fought battle, but when you start dancing after a fight, you not only let your guard down to people who may have been watching the fight from a distance, but you also alert all the other nearby enemies who may not have been in the fight in your position, and they're going to charge you to mop up the rest of your HP and take all of your stuff. After killing someone, you should be looting and healing and nothing else. Maybe after you heal and loot and the person is still spectating you, then let out a little dance if you want to, but after killing someone, you should be looking out for yourself and not trying to rub it in. At number 2, not rearranging your inventory. There is a reason why all the top players and streamers rearrange their inventory when starting a match of Fortnite and getting that first batch of loot. Having a specific inventory layout for yourself builds good muscle memory, and it helps you know where everything is immediately when you need it. Try to experiment with various inventory orders to see what you like best, and then try sticking to it. Have an inventory slot that's dedicated to heals, one dedicated to explosives, one dedicated to shotguns, so on and so forth. In a game as high stakes as Fortnite, once again, it's one and done. It never hurts to always know where your tools are when you need them, because you're going to get that moment where you have to rely on your muscle memory and your fingers and hands to just get you through it. And at number 1, I deem the most important thing on this list today, and we can do another top 10 dumbest decisions if you guys want in the future. Not taking the high ground, and I fall for this a lot myself as well. Always take the high ground, even if it's just a slight height advantage over the enemy. You should always be looking for the high ground. If you have to pick up one of 2 paths to get to a certain location, always pick the path that has the high ground. If you are looking for a place to set up shop in a safe zone, pick an area with the high ground. Am I hammering this point into your head hard enough yet? You will never ever regret taking the high ground in Fortnite, but you will regret not taking it. The higher you are off the ground, the more visibility you have over the map, and that's more ground that the enemy has to build on in order to get equal footing with you. One more time, always take the high ground. And there you have it, my friends. Those are 10 of the dumbest decisions that you can make in Fortnite. You guys let me know if there should have been other stuff added to this list. If you want another one of these in the future, we can definitely do it. And everybody is guilty of these at some point in their Fortnite career, but all we can do is be aware of them and try to improve. I hope you guys enjoyed. There's a playlist below with all the other Fortnite videos. Go check them out. Drop a like on your way out, and I'll see you guys soon.